Hello again. This is the second in my series of reflections on the idea of Game 2 and what it could do for you. In the first, I talked about the choice between trying to get back to the way things were before the COVID wave struck. The way things were we call Game 1. That's the way we're used to doing stuff. So the choice was between trying to get back to that or letting go of the way we used to do stuff and finding a much better way. The much better way is called Game 2. It's a simple choice. But how do you find Game 2? So in this reflection, I want to offer you a simple experiment, how you can try it for yourself today. In fact, why not try it for the next few days and see how you get on, see what you learn, see what difference it makes. So if you're Game 2 curious, try this. Let's focus on two things which happen very regularly in our home life and in our business life. In business life, the meeting. Think about the next meeting or the next few meetings you're going to have. In home life, meal, the next few meals you're going to have. Now take a piece of paper and do 3 columns. The left-hand column is called Game 1. So in that, do a brief note on how the meeting is going to go, or the meal. How it's going to go if you do it like you normally do. That's called Game 1. Write a quick note about what it's going to be like. Give it a mark out of 10. In the second column, the middle one, that's called Game 1 Plus. This is when you think, what could you do to make the meeting better? Maybe a lot better. Would you ask people to listen more? Would you ask people why they were there? Would you ask what you learned at the end? Maybe ask the other people at the meeting. But put as many ideas as you can think of in the middle column. And do the same for the meal. How would you make the meal better? Now, having done that, move to the third column, because this is how the Game 2 hunt begins. What would make it twice as good? Not twice as good as the first one, twice as good as the middle column. Twice as good as the middle column. We're always trying to make things better. What would make it twice as good? Much, much better. Because if we don't ask the question, we won't be looking for that. So that's how it starts. Ask the question about the meeting. How would we make the next meeting twice as good? And how would we make our next meal twice as good? That's it. Now, by writing something in that column, you may feel this isn't going to be twice as good, but try it. Asking the question, could it be twice as good, doesn't mean you find it, but now you're looking. This is called Game 2 thinking, and that's how it starts. So all I'm asking you to do, suggesting you do, is try this. Try this at home. Try this, well, we're all at home. Try this when you have your next meeting. Try this when you have your next meal. And see what difference it makes. If you don't find twice as good, don't worry, because the thing is to look. When we start looking, we change the way we think. And when we change the way we think, we open up the possibility that Game 2 is possible for us. And the possibility is around us now. So I wish you a very successful, an extraordinarily successful next meeting and next meal. And I look forward to talking to you soon. In my next reflection, I'll give you more detail. In fact, I'll outline the whole process of how you can find Game 2. It's not hard, but you can start today, and I urge you to do so. Have a great day. Talk soon. Bye.